is Ronna Rasmussen. Today I will be reading from Nicholas Nickleby from the 6th chapter. In this section that I'm reading, Nicholas has just witnessed the terrible conditions of Dutherby's Hall when he meets Smike, who later becomes his best friend. So, without further ado, Nicholas Nickleby. Nicholas sat down, so depressed and self-degraded by the consciousness of his position, that if death could have come upon him at that time, he would have been almost happy to meet it. The cruelty which he had been unwilling to witness, the coarse and ruffianly behavior of Squeers, even in his best moods, the filthy place, the sights and sounds about him, all contributed to this state of feeling. But when he recollected that, being there as an assistant, he actually seemed, no matter what unhappy train of circumstances had brought him to that pass, to be the aider and abettor of a system which filled him with honest disgust and indignation. He loathed himself, and felt, for the moment, as though the mere consciousness of his present situation must, through all time to come, prevent his raising his head again. As he was absorbed in these meditations, he all at once encountered the upturned face of Smike, who was on his knees before the stove, picking a few stray cinders from the hearth and planting them on the fire. He paused to steal a look at Nicholas, and when he saw he was observed, shrunk back as if expecting a blow. "You need not fear me," said Nicholas kindly. "Are you cold?" "No." "You are shivering." "I'm not cold," replied Smike quickly. "I'm used to it." There was such an obvious fear of giving offence in his manner, and he was such a timid, broken-spirited creature, that Nicholas could not help exclaiming, "Poor fellow!" If he had struck a drudge, he would have slunk away without a word, but now he burst into tears. "Oh dear, dear," he cried, covering his face with his cracked and horny hand. "My heart will break! It will! It will!" "Hush," said Nicholas, laying his hand upon his shoulder. "Be a man. You are nearly one by years." "By years!" cried Smike. "Oh dear, dear, how many of them? How many of them since I was a little child, younger than any that are here now? Where are they all?" "Whom do you speak of?" inquired Nicholas, wishing to rouse the poor half-witted creature to reason. "Tell me." "My friends," he replied. "Myself, oh, what sufferings mine have been!" "There is always hope," said Nicholas. He knew not what to say. "No," rejoined the other, "there's no hope for me. Do you remember the boy that died here?" "I was not here, you know," said Nicholas gently, "but what of him?" "Why," replied the youth, withdrawing closer to his questioner's side, "I was with him at night. When it was all silent, he cried no more for friends he wished to come and sit with him, but began to see faces round his bed that came from home. He said they smiled and talked to him, and he died at last, lifting his head to kiss them. Do you hear? What faces will smile upon me when I die? Who will talk to me in those long nights? They cannot come from home. They would frighten me if they did, for I don't know what it is, and I shouldn't know them. Pain and fear for me, alive or dead. No hope, no hope." The bell rang to bed, and the boy, subsiding at the sound into his usual listless state, crept away as if anxious to avoid notice. It was with a heavy heart that Nicholas soon afterwards, no, not retired, for there was no retirement there, followed into his dirty and crowded dormitory.